And we've got a great group of people in the studio to start off the week. We're joined now by some members of Troop 1093 out of Hampton, and we've got a full house here. Make sure you check us out on Facebook Live right now. We're over there. You can get us on our Facebook page. And we're joined by the Scout Master, Deb Garofano, as well as Jessica Watson, a committee member. Again, Troop 1093 out of Hampton. Deb, good morning.
Good morning.
And Jessica, good morning.
Good morning.
And we've also got a whole bunch of scouts here, a great crew in the back. We're joined by Emma Watson. Good morning, Emma.
Good morning.
We're joined by Evelyn Rondo. Good morning, Evelyn.
Good morning.
We're joined by Genevieve Rondo. Good morning, Genevieve. And we're joined by Chloe Lenardi. Good morning, Chloe.
Good morning.
All right, guys. I want to start with you, Deb, Scoutmaster. Let's go over the who, what, where, when, and why of what you guys have going on over in Hampton at Troop 1093.
Well, we have started a new troop for girls in February.
Okay.
They were allowed to join, so we started shortly after that. We have 5 girls right now, and we will be, we've been doing all kinds of activities. We're going sailing later this month. We camp, we hike, we do, we go and cleaned a trail last weekend, and we try to be active. In January, we're going to be doing the Klondike.
So I want to start, though, at the top, though. You guys are doing something a little bit different than most scouting troops are doing. Jessica, tell us a little bit about what makes a Troop 1093 different than maybe, if you're not as familiar with scouts, what are you guys doing differently than most what people might be expecting?
One of the first things is we're all girls. I mean, everybody talks about Boy Scouts, and Scouts BSA is part of Boy Scouts, but we are an all-girl troop. So we are here to represent girls in scouting. So it's very exciting. And we're a big part of the community. We're, here to stay. We're here to stay.
So how did it come about, this sort of the all-girls chapter of this? How long has it been around? Sort of take us through the inception of it.
Super new. So as the Scoutmaster said, it was in February that the Boy Scouts of America decided to, hey, let's open this up to girls. And real shortly after that, it was something that we were anticipating. So we opened up our troop right away. And so we started and we hit the ground running. And we're a small troop. We're looking for girls. So if you're out there in the Hampton area, check us out. 1093. We're in Hampton. We're looking for girls. But we're, so we're new and we're just excited.
Now, what are some of the differences if someone's out there listening right now wondering sort of what's the difference between Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts? So this is the of the BSA, but it's a girls chap troop of it. Yeah, absolutely. What are some of the differences, Deb, that make them different and really are going to be some of the things available to the girls now with 1093?
BSA has a really great program to prepare leaders, and that's one of the things that I think is the most different between BSA and the Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts are a great program. Never would trash our sisters,
Sure.
And we support them and we encourage them. But the BSA has a really fantastic program to prepare young people for leadership. And it's very active also. So you're not only learning how to be a leader, but they do everything. They plan their meeting, they run their meeting. They decide where they're going to go. The leaders, we're there to support them in the decisions they make. So right out the gate, they're leading, and it just builds on that, how to run a program. Like they're Eagle Scout, you've heard about their Eagle Scout award and their project.
Right, of course. Well,
they plan every part of that. They put a plan together. How do you make a plan? How do you figure out how much money you're going to need, how much man hours you're going to need? And I think that's really important in today.
Yeah, absolutely. It really seems like a grassroots sort of organization built from the ground up.
Yes. I mean, for example, if you go all the way through Boy Scouts of America, Scouts, and you get your Eagle Award, and then you go into the military, so much of what you've learned gives you a head up. You're going to start at E3 instead of E1. I mean, you learn so many different skills. You can learn to, archery, to how to use a compass, all kinds of different things that really, really help you transition into adult life as a good leader and knowledgeable.
Right. So there are certain doors that with the BSA sort of that you can open, and it giving, all these young women the opportunity and all that stuff.
A leg up.
Yes, certainly a leg up, and can really set you up and give you great lessons and things for when you grow up in life and all that. Jessica and Deb, how long have you guys been involved with Scouts? Deb, when did you get involved in it, and sort of what's your backstory?
My backstory is I married he's not a professional scout, but he's been in scouting for a really long time. He just celebrated over 50 years of a scout,
Wow.
Scott Garifano. And so when I married him almost 7 years ago, I was introduced to Scouts. I didn't know anything about it. And he's been working on me. And I said, well,
slowly
I'm not
chipping away.
And I said, well, I'm not going to join until they let girls join. And then he came in February and he's like, hey, they're letting girls join. Now you have to join because you said you would.
Now, how cutting edge is Troop 1093 with letting girls in?
We are like right there. We are just one of the first troops that we have.
There's only two.
There's only two, so we're really cutting
three.
edge. And we are very excited about it. Like, I think it's such an amazing thing that, Boy Scouts has been around for ever and a day, and just letting girls in is so cutting edge and new, and we're so proud to be here and represent that. We're so lucky.
What's your scouting background, Jessica?
Well, the Scout Master is my mother.
Okay, there we go.
And
a nice connection.
Miss Emma Watson and Chloe Leonardi are my daughters, so
it's a scouting family. It runs
we
deep.
Are.
And what are some of the things the most beneficial things in your eyes, Jessica, that kids, we had talked about getting a leg up and all that stuff. There must be so many practical things and camaraderie that's built through scouting and stuff like that. What are some of the things that you really think are the most valuable?
Well, I think you learn a sense of leadership, and we do these things called patrols where all the girls go out together and they learn together all these different communications, relationships, but they also learn, how to take care of our environment, leave no trace.
Sure.
And also I think what's really important, besides being a big part of our community, because helping another scout, being a good leader, being a good example, all of those things are a huge part of being a scout. And there are so many different things that I think are great about it, but I definitely think
sort of a lot of valuable things that can be taken from it.
Yeah.
Now, aside from being here to hype you guys up, there is a call to action out there. If you're out there listening and you want to be involved, what are the steps you'd take to get involved? Deb, do you reach out to the troop, or do you guys have a home base where you're located? Give us some of the nuts and bolts details.
Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, we meet at Hampton Congregational Church. You can go to the website. We have a Facebook page. Troop 1093 has
what's the website address?
It's under Connecticut River Council.
Okay, so you got it. You guys do have a web presence, though. Google it. Check out the Facebook page.
Yes.
You'll find your way there. Is there a phone number to reach?
860-942-4632. I'm the leader. Just give me a call and we'll talk. It'll be great.
Perfect. Great things happening for girls here out in Hampton.
Yes.
Troop 1093. If you're listening out there this morning and you want to get involved, give Deb and Jessica a call. Get involved, and there's really so many beneficial things. I want to throw it on over to the kids now and talk. Emma Watson, come on up to the microphone. Good morning, Emma. What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, and where do you go to school?
Wyndham High.
Wyndham High. So, Emma, tell me a little bit about your background in scouting. What are the things? When did you get involved?
Well, so a lot of my life, my grandpa has been in scouting, so I've gone to scouts with him, and both of my brothers are in scouting, so I've gone to scouts with them. So it's been a part of my life my whole life, but I've been a scout since February.
And what are some of the things since February that you've really found the most beneficial and that you've really taken away from it? What do you like about scouting?
I feel like I learned a lot about how to be a leader, and I feel like I've learned a lot of useful skills. I've learned so many knots, and I've learned so much about being on the water. I love being on the water, and I've learned so much more about it, and it just made me better. you know?
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Emma, thank you for joining us this morning. I'm glad that you guys are really on the cutting edge and taking a step and really being on the forefront of really incorporating girls into the Boy Scouts of America. Thank you, Emma. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I want to bring up Evelyn Rondo now. Evelyn, good morning. How old are you?
I am 11 years old in 7th grade.
In 7th grade. Where do you go to school?
Parish Hill High School.
Parish Hill, the Parish Hill Pirates.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Evelyn, how long have you been involved in scouting?
I think from the beginning, so February.
Okay, so you were right there on the first row as well.
Yeah.
Since you've been doing it, sort of one of the things, what do you really like about scouting? What do you take away from it?
The friends you meet, because, like, these guys are really my friends now. I knew a lot of them before, but now they're really my friends a lot.
It really seems like there's a team aspect to it. It's
Yeah,
almost
really,
it's
yeah.
I'm over on the sports side of here, so I'm always comparing things to teams and sports things. But it really seems like there's a tight knit group and good camaraderie. And talk a little bit about, is everyone getting along in the Scouts? You guys help each other, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so we really, like, work on our requirements together, which really helps, because then you really, like, you know how to work together and, like, give each other a part. So really team building skills is really true, so you really get team building.
That's wonderful. What's your favorite part of scouting?
I really like being outside. So that's probably what gets me, like, the most is, like, the hikes and stuff like that. And I like being on the water as well, so that's fun.
That's really wonderful, Evelyn. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and best of luck going forward, and congratulations on your success in scouting. Genevieve Rondo, can you step up to the microphone? Good morning, Genevieve. How old are you, and where do you go to school?
I am 15 years old, and I go to Lyman Memorial High School.
Okay, Genevieve, have you been, just like everyone else here, sort of in the mix since February?
Yeah, just about. My younger brother is in Cub Scouts, and my father is the leader for his den. So just before I joined Scouts, maybe a year before, I started going to his meetings and helping them out. So I was given the title of unofficial den chief, which den chiefs are essentially when an older scout goes and helps out with the younger Cub Scouts. So I was unofficial den chief for about a year before I joined, but yeah, so since February I was official.
Seems like something you're really passionate about, and
Yeah,
you really like.
I really, really love this organization. All through my life, I've been in different leadership organizations, 4-H, FFA, and I really think that Scouts is one of the best ones. It prepares you for so many life skills that you're going to need when you get older, and it's really taught me a lot.
It seems like you seem like a leader and someone who really cares, and really the Scouts seem like they're very lucky to have you. What are some of you said sort of the being prepared and all that stuff, is sort of the team atmosphere, the team camaraderie, sort of working together, is that something that's really strong from your eyes?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that working as a team and learning how to work with different people is really important, especially as you get older, because you might not always get along with someone in life, but you need to learn how to work together, whether or not, and overcome those challenges that you might face.
Is there anything you've learned in scouting that you did not know how to do, or anything about that you said, wow, geez, this is really cool? Whether it's what we heard, water things or this and that, anything, wow, I had no clue how to do this, and this is awesome.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of different knots that I didn't know, and different ways to use them. I've learned a lot about just the outdoors and identifying animals and identifying trees and things like that.
That's really awesome, Genevieve. Thank you so much for coming this morning. You're doing a great job. I really sense you seem like a leader, and you're doing a great job, and Troop 1093 is lucky to have you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. And Chloe Lenardi, come on up to the microphone. Chloe, good morning. What grade are you in?
I'm in 7th grade.
7th grade, and where do you go to school?
Wyndham Middle School.
Wyndham Middle School. All right, Chloe, I want to hear a little bit about your experience in scouting so far. What do you like about it?
I like that it's fun, and I like how we all get to just do fun stuff together, and it's not everything's just together. And
yeah, and that's important. You're learning things, but we're also having fun here. This is a blast. Tell me. So, what are some of your other favorite things?
I like being out on the water, and I like all the activities because I have trouble just like sitting down and like learning from a textbook. And I like about it is it's not just sitting down and learning from like a textbook. It's you learn things in a way that's fun. That's not just boring and out of a book.
That's really great, and it seems like you're having a great time. If you had to tell your friends about scouting or anything like that, what would you tell them? Would you say to come join? If someone's listening out there, maybe another 7th grader, who knows, and they're thinking, oh, that sounds pretty interesting. What would you tell someone listening?
Well, you're not. So most people are like normally scared to join because they feel like they're not going to be friends with anyone, but we're all friends here, and it's not something where you're just alone. Everybody's together. and I think that's really great.
How does it feel to be really pretty, like, making history here with the first girl, one of the first girls groups of the BSA? That must feel pretty cool.
Yeah.
It does? That's great. Well, Chloe, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Guys, you're all fantastic. And Jessica and Deb, you guys really have a great group of girls here.
We do.
We are so grateful.
We are lucky, man. Let me tell you, these girls, they're rocking.
And it looks like they've got some great people at the head of the class leading them. Deb, you look like you do a great job with you guys. Jessica, you as well. I want to give one more time. If someone's listening and is interested in finding out more information, maybe joining, getting involved, you can give a call to, what was that number again, Deb?
860-942-4632.
And again, take a look at Troop 1093 on Facebook. You can find them online. And again, the meetings are where and when?
Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, Hampton Congregational Church.
Tuesday nights at the Hampton Congregational Church. Again, guys, Troop 1093, a chapter of the BSA, but get this, one of the first to include girls as well. They're really making history here, and it's awesome what you guys are doing out in Hampton. Jessica Watson, Deb Garofano, Emma Watson, Evelyn Rondo, Genevieve Rondo, and Chloe Lenardi. Guys, thank you so much for coming down here on a Columbus Day Monday. Heard you guys are going to get breakfast after this.
Yes, we are.
All right. What a great way to start the day. Guys, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Again, Troop 1093. It is 7:23. We'll be right back. Good morning.
I'm Monique Mullanen, race director for Tackle the Trail. On October 9th,